Hey, so welcome everybody to this new video. So I've got a very difficult scene in front of me, but it does promise me amazing colors if I can pull it off. So let's set up tripod and find out. Oh, come on. So what I mean when I say this is very difficult to frame up, I have to shoot through a gap of leaves and I'm very close to the left hand side, very close to the right hand side, very close to the bottom. So basically from every single angle, leaves are invading my frame and I'm just trying to get the center and everything else can be, just distracting. So after setting up, I don't even think there's a single angle where there's not going to be any distractions on the edge of my frame. So I'm going to have to deal with that. So with this green tree, which is sticking out really much, and then all the trees in the background are already super in autumn colors, like very saturated orange, potentially a little bit of red, and it just makes this tree stand out so much. And yeah, it just looks so beautiful. And it's only this angle that I can shoot from. So yeah, it's almost like, I think I'm just gonna purposefully make it seem like as if you were looking through some leaves. If you can't get rid of the distractions, include them in your frame. So I'm gonna zoom out a little bit further and just try to include them maybe a little bit without distracting too much from what I actually want to shoot. Also, like, the conditions today are really amazing. So yesterday it was very sunny and later for today it's forecasted to be very sunny. But for now we just have overcast, complete cloud coverage. Light is just very diffused and very soft, which is amazing, gives some mood, some atmosphere. And also just incredibly calm. So it's really just this change from summer to autumn. We do have the first autumn colors. There were a lot of leaves on the ground. I was the only car in the car park, and then just this incredible calm atmosphere. Just so amazing. Really great for photography. So I did use a polarizer for some of the images just because I wanted to try and emphasize the colors a little bit more. Just because the light is so flat today, the colors are not really sticking out, and this is what this image is all about. Man, I can't wait for the next weeks. They look so promising, and everything is going to start to turn more and more, and I'm going to be able to pick out color spots with my camera. It's going to be so amazing. Can't wait for that. Write a comment if you're just as excited for autumn to come. Okay, so I'm not fully convinced with the image that I've just set up, but I do have like a vision in my mind of how this could work out. So I'm shooting this tree far in the distance, and it's sticking out a little bit from its surroundings just by the shape of it and a little bit of the color. It has turned a little bit more than everything around it. But also, like, it's nothing special. It's very moody, it's very atmospheric, it's very soft, so to speak. Not like blurry, but you know, if you slide on the clarity slider in Lightroom, that's how it looks like. There's not much structure going on, it's just very soft, a little bit diffused, so to speak, just because of the way the light is going on right now. So the second reason why I think this could work, or what I have in my mind, is I'm including a little bit of the sky. And as I've mentioned, the light is very diffused and very soft, and it almost looks like it's glowing a little bit, just like there's some very faint mist in the very far distance. I mean, visibility is not perfect, but also like there's no real mist around, you know. But it has a little bit of this glowing character. And I think, you know, this very moody tree, very soft, and then some glowing light on the top. That's what I have in mind, and I think it could work. It's looking very dull and flat on the camera screen, but still some light. Also, I'm not going to use a polarizer on the scene, just because I think it would potentially add something just in terms of color and saturation, but I think it would at the same time take away the softness, and this is what this image is all about. So yeah, not going to use a polarizer. I think it would just take more away than it would add, so just going to shoot this normally. I'm shooting the exact same scene that I shot in the very beginning, just from the completely different angle now. So I was basically on the opposite side of the field, and now I'm shooting from this angle. And it's really beautiful. Again, two of these green trees are sticking out in between all the autumn colors, the oranges and everything. And I'm underexposing this image quite a bit because it's just so dark and moody, it makes it really work. I'm shooting 4x3 just because for some reason it frames it up perfectly. I really like this. And I'm cropping it incredibly tightly, so I'm at around 200 mil, just because I don't want any part of the sky to be included. It would be super distracting, so I'm leveled the camera down, angled it down, so I'm including a little bit of the field as a foreground. That's quite cool. Then I have the tree sticking out, I'm underexposing it, making it very dark, moody, and then I don't even have just a very minimal light spot in the right corner from the sky. But apart from that, man, really like this image. Also, I think there's some color in the sky coming now, because you can see over there, yeah. So the very flat sky is diffusing a little bit. Maybe the forecast was actually right. So I'm just going to spin the camera in this direction, and it just looks interesting. I'm not sure if there's a shot, but if it is, you'll see it now. Wow. Nah, I'm being lit up too. Man, we have some light rays. This is amazing. Wow. Perfect timing. So what is happening beforehand? All of the sky was just basically white. This incredibly dull and flat white, just because it was completely caught in cloud coverage. And now as the sun is peeking through and it's dissolving a little bit, it gets like a very bluish tone, because the sky is blue. So it almost looks like we're shooting in blue hour. That's really amazing. And then the light rays were peeking through a couple of seconds ago. No, it's not as strong anymore. And then we had a beautiful play with light and shade on the trees, and some of them were in light and some of them closer to me were in shade. So really incredible. And now the light is spinning over there. So yeah, it looks like a blue hour shot. But so if you do like my style of photography, I have a course available. It's the first link in the description, and I teach you everything you need to know about landscape photography. So your camera settings, tips and tricks, everything you need to take into consideration when being out in the field, post-processing. It's the first link in the description. You might be interested. Or if you like my images, you'd like to have some of them framed up on your wall as a print, I have some of them available. It's also the first link in the description. Okay, so just as I was hoping for, we're actually getting some light. You might be able to see it in the background, but some of the leaves are being lit up just because the sun is peeking through a little bit. But I'm actually not sure if light is good for this scene, because I think the moody, dramatic atmosphere that we had before might work better. Yeah, but I can deal with that. That's fine. Man, this is going to be a great one. I really like that. So if you have seen a couple of my last videos, you'll know that I have had a lot of fun being in the forest and framing up trees and making them work in harmony and balance and everything. If you enjoyed this type of photography, then stay tuned, because you're really going to like this one. I have 6 trees framed up in a balanced way with light and texture and interest, character. And this is going to be a really good one. And instantly when walking past here, I knew that, oh man, this could potentially be a shot. Didn't know exactly how, this is a lot of potential. So I'm actually quite tightly zoomed in, around 50 mil, because I don't want the whole scene. I just really want the tree stumps to be very dominant and make the whole image just the texture and the harmony between the stumps. That's what this image is all about, and everything else is just a nice gimmick on the side. I think I'm just going to try one more with a polarizer. Pretty sure it's going to work and emphasize the saturation, everything a little bit more. Just as with the images in the latest videos, I've often used the polarizer, so again, obviously I'm going to try one. This is just so much fun, just exploring your local landscape, finding cool images, working them out, having something that you're really proud of because you've actually worked the scene, and then sometimes you get lucky and you get some light. Just so amazing. It's always such a beautiful experience and it's always worth coming out. Even if sometimes you don't end up with a shot. That happens also. But today, really good. So unless I find another image, this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Like, share, subscribe, and definitely write a comment. This really helps the channel grow. Thank you, and see you in the next one.